So, sorry, I had to cut the video.
Yeah, yeah.
Went and bought this nice shirt of mine.
Sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yo, you know what? Let me get in the video with him.
So
If you don't mind holding it.
How you gonna
Just hold
ask
it.
questions? Because I'm not gonna.
What do you
answer
mean? No, the mic is right there. It hears me right now. You see both
yeah,
of us,
yeah,
right?
you got a whole
Yeah. So,
Okay, go ahead.
brother, that was some great knowledge. I want to thank you for sharing that with us. This is called Craig's Clips, and you just like took me into another dimension with the knowledge and wisdom. You know what I mean? Because the word says that my people perish for lack of knowledge,
exactly.
and that's why our people is perishing today, and they following all of this MK Ultra, TV programming. That's programming your vision, television, telling lies to your vision, making you believe things that's not true.
Changing your whole perception, how you see things.
Yeah.
And that's why astral travel is very important. I can't stress that enough because astral traveling helps you to awaken your consciousness. Because if you're able to perceive certain things in another reality, it helps as a side effect to be more aware of your reality right now. Because now you know that this is a dream. You're dreaming right now while we're talking. And you go to sleep and you still dream. Sometimes you be in a dream, you still dreaming. But once you start to awaken that consciousness, you start to be more aware of your actions, your reactions to people. Like, let's say, your family members, your loved ones, people you're cool with. They're gonna make you bring out your ego. And that's good. Why? Because when they are pushing you, they're pushing your buttons, that's the perfect opportunity to do healing. Because your healing work coincides
What would be an
with astral
example
travel.
with the healing work? What would be an example? Like, give us a scenario.
Let's say your boss is a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he pisses you off. He knows what buttons to push.
Yeah.
And you have anger problems.
Yeah.
Let's say that's an ego. How do you deal and heal that ego? By being aware of how you're reacting to the stimulus. He's outside of yourself. You can't control that.
Right.
But you can control the part of him that lives in you.
Right.
Just like how it is an aspect of me that lives in you, and it is an aspect of you that lives in me. I wouldn't be here doing this video with you if it wasn't that part of you calling to me to do this video.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't control the outside you, but the inside of you, the inside you that lives inside of me, I can control because we're not separated. What makes us separate is the ego giving you this false illusion of self. And once you are able to dissolve how you feel about your boss, if he makes you angry and you're going to react in an angry way, you change your reaction by changing your thoughts and your feelings inside. That's your countermeasure. And when you change your countermeasure,
Y'all hear that?
you change your reality. Because now, instead of reacting to your boss with anger, you react with love and kindness.
Right.
You lose love and kindness as a weapon of countermeasure. Instead of using love, oh, I love you, and you're not fucking being genuine about that shit. But you use love as a countermeasure to deflect negative energy or diffuse it. Now you're in a neutral playing ground.
For example, soft answer turns away wrath.
Exactly.
straight
That's
out
why
the
they say
Bible.
give them. You say what's attract honey?
Bees attract. Honey
Yeah, you know that
attract bees,
shit.
or-
Yeah,
something
that
like
you said honey attract bees more than vinegar or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all know.
But those little sayings go a long way. Why? Because now, when you use a higher vibration to counteract a lower vibration, just like water come against the fire, you create steam. Steam is the third force. That third force is the Holy Spirit. Woo! Now you give rise to your Holy Spirit by counteracting a negative force with a positive force. Now the Spirit can work through you and remove those blockages of anger. Now your ego is dissolved. Now you have the essence. What's making this ego alive? The ego is only alive based on your giving your energy to that thought form. It
Because
feeds
anything you
off your
give your
energy.
energy, anything you give attention to grows.
Exactly.
So
And
you're
what you
giving your
resist
energy. If
persists.
you give your energy to that
And
negative
what you
thing, will
resist
grow.
persists. So if you,
What you
keep
resist
resisting
persists.
certain things in your reality, you keep making it grow bigger.
But doesn't that come from Om? Om is a resistor, isn't it? The Om.
Om is a space. And what you do when you counteract a negative force with a positive force, you create a own natural. So you create a space within yourself to become all. You allow this blockage to be removed.
Ooh, I don't know if they caught that. Yo, that's like a mathematical, scientific,
Yeah, it's
spiritual
a science.
breakdown.
And every day when you
Yeah.
get, it's not even with your boss. That's just an example.
Yeah.
Every day you deal with humanity,
Yeah.
you must be able to use love as a countermeasure. Not just to say, "Oh, I love you because you gave me some pussy." Not you love me because you got me a car or you got me some money. No, you use love even in your worst times. You be grateful even if you don't got shit.
Yeah.
Why? Because when you be grateful for things you didn't have yet, or things that you want, instead of saying I want this, say I'm grateful for what I'm about to get.
Yeah.
Because now when you put yourself in the frequency of being grateful,
Yeah.
you attract that naturally to you.
Yeah.
How you think I got this job?
Yeah.
I got this job because I put it out there in the universe that I already have it before I had it. Naturally, so I naturally attract that. I remove resistance because your resistance is your own thoughts about your low self-esteem thoughts. We all have that. I'm not perfect. I have low self-esteem thoughts too.
Yeah.
So in closing, any questions?
Nah, I just hope that everything was picked up on the mic. That's my concern because it's loud out. We got buses. We got
I know,
traffic,
and I try to
we
speak
got
as loud
noise.
as possible.
But look, this is right here. This is some universal astrological
Exactly.
occurrence. 2 stars, 3 stars coming together. You know what I mean? Forming that trinity, doing something powerful. That's why you was able to get this
Talking
video.
about Trinity, when you have 2 forces, negative and positive, the third force is always the neutral. That's spirit. So what you want to do in every situation is bring spirit in that situation. Your boss is doing the right thing by agitating you. Because if he didn't agitate you, you couldn't heal that ego. Because the ego is very subtle. We think spirit is subtle, but the ego is subtle too. It acts like
So
everything
would you
you
could
trying
describe
to
it
be.
like foolish pride, kind of?
Yeah, we all
That's
have
another
pride.
word for
We
ego.
all have pride.
Because some people still probably, not knowing
See, the
what
thing
the
about
ego
pride
is.
is we won't see our own pride when we're in a reactive state. We don't see our own anger. We don't see our own cruelty in a reactive state. We could only perceive that if we're observing. But if you're not observing and you're reacting, you can't see yourself. You understand? So in order for you to see yourself, you have to take yourself out of your shoes for a moment. Let's say I'm having an argument with you. I got pride and angry. I'm angry. I'm not gonna see myself, but if I want to see what this person sees about me, I gotta take myself out of my shoes and put myself in his shoes. Then I gotta step myself out and step myself in the neutral zone, which will be spirit. Because spirit is the third person. So when you put yourself in the third person, you're able to neutralize the ego, therefore dissolve it, and you gain light. And I know you guys play video games. When you see them Sonic games where they take the emeralds and the rings, and you see the animals, you break the animals, and then the light come out and shit.
Right.
That light is your soul.
Yeah.
You
The
have
soul, which
fragments
is in the
of your
pineal
soul.
gland, right?
Yeah.
The
You
soul
have
is in
soul
the temple.
fragments trapped inside of egos, legions of egos. If you watch the movie The Matrix, where you see Mr. Anderson, the guy with the fucking glasses, he had made so many duplicates of himself. That's Neo's ego. And because that's Neo's ego, each ego that he made a duplicate of himself represent Neo's pride, anger, lust, temptation, jealousy. He had to defeat them all.
Is that what we could call like a split personality?
Yeah, we all fucked up and we all got
Yo,
split
I heard them
personalities.
say that in New York, there's at least like one out of every 3 people have a mental illness. I don't know what you think. You think it's one out
Yeah,
of
I'm